Hello, Gracia. How's things going today? Well, I'm going to be very honest and say I had a rather not great night last night. Couldn't sleep worth crap. You ever have one of those nights where there's nothing really anything wrong? Hey, Beth, but you just can't get to sleep no matter what you're doing. You just can't seem to get to sleep. And that was one of the days I had yesterday, or last night. So, hi, Sid. So, I could have had a better day, but uh, that's the way it goes sometimes. Now, for most of you who already know, technically I will not be on tomorrow. However, my channel will be live. Beth is going to be on for me instead. I have my post-operative appointment for my knee surgery tomorrow. So we're going to see what the doctor has to say about that. Hi, Heather. How you doing, honey? So anyway, like I say, not my best night last night, but I've had worse. So you know, it's the way it goes some days. So I haven't really got any plans for today. I was debating with myself over a few things, like a lariat necklace or um, anyway, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at these Golem beads I got. I didn't get very many. I couldn't afford to get very many this time. But I did get one of the sets, and I think it's really pretty. So, oh, cool. That will be fun, won't it? Okay, I've got some goings on here, so I got to see if I can get my live chat back up over here. There it comes. There we go. We're good. So anyway, we're going to turn down. We'll look at my Golem beads here. Decide what we're going to make and get started on something. May just be a simple pair of earrings or something. I'm not I'm not, like I said, feeling the best this morning due to not having slept well last night. Oh dear, you were at the hospital last. What happened? I hope you're all right, Mary. So anyway, we're going to turn down and we will look at my set of Golem beads I got, and then we will decide what we're going to work on. So let's do that. So here is my set. Like I said, I only got one set. The sets average about $55, and then of course after your shipping and all that fun stuff, you're looking at like 60 something. So I only could afford to get one set, but I really liked this set of lentils. The lentil shapes are my favorites, and so I got this set here, which has two of each. Oh, these are little different. Usually these have two of the same, but it looks like they're different. They're different this time, though they're similar enough, but still, I mean, just sort of surprised me to see that. I hadn't noticed that before, but they're pretty cool. I like them. So those are pretty daisies and poppies. And we have a couple here with just some pretty flowers on them. We could see about doing a wrap leather lariat. It wouldn't be a difficult thing to do. So then we have these two like this, and then we have these few here. And then these are called lentils, this shape, and then this is called almond. And so we got two of those. This one has a ladybug on it. Isn't it cute? So this was one set. So I thought these were really pretty. I liked them a lot. And so that's what we are going to work on today. This is our beads that we got from Golem Beads. Now, because of the price of these, and there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it cost me after shipping and handling, I think $61. So these are about $7.63 a piece for these beads. So, oh dear, that must have been nasty. So actually, I'm going to write that on this little piece of paper so I remember how much these are each. So I said 763, right? I don't think I erased it. No, I didn't. So that gives people an idea of what these cost if you're going to get some. That the lentils usually run anywhere from about $7.50 to $10 a piece. So in all actuality, being 8 beads in here for 61 was a little bit of a discount actually. So thought that wasn't bad. So you have lung problems and you had got pneumonia and influenza. Ow, nasty. So we're going to set these aside. The rest of these, I pulled these two out because let's see how those work. Come here, you guys. And I have some. Come here. Yellow pony beads. So there's the yellow here. We can pull that in. So get a few of these out. Now, lariat is pretty simple. You can do it in one of two ways. Now, where's my sack with all my leathers? There we go. You can make it so that you have a loop for them to slide through, or you can make them long enough to double up, or any number of things like that. If you're doing a loop to slide through, sometimes the easiest way to do it is to, okay, I think one of those will work best. You can make put a ring on or of some style so that you can have something to bring to it, but where is my, as I say, you can make it long so that they have those should be big enough. So you can just wrap it around as you come down, and then you can bring both. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Let's decide on the color leather we want to use. Lighter or darker, guys? I'll let you guys pick. Lighter or darker for these beads here. Hey, Dominique. Hi, Dawn. Hey, Kimberly. You like the lighter, Dawn? Yeah. So what I mean by you can make it two ways. You can make it so that when you make it long enough that you wrap it twice around the back of your neck and then drop your top beads through here, through this as you come around here. Hey, Dawn. So that you have them doubled up like this. Or you can just do a regular one strand to either side, and then hook a ring on one side of your bead strand. So then this would just slide through like this. So that's your choice. You can make it one way or the other. I tend to make mine the long way so that you can also tie it that way. You can do all. Okay, it looks like we went off there for a second. Hope it wasn't very long. But so anyway, what I tend to do is I like to have a long one so that I can do the double around like so and drop them through it. And that way you can get it to the length you want. You can just tie it in a knot if you prefer to do it that way. Pretty simple. So if you're going to do the wraparound type style, though, you have to make sure you get yourself enough cordage to do that, to go through and drop down. So we would probably need at least this much to do that decently. So I'll measure that in a minute. But we're looking at least, probably anywhere from 30 some to 40 some inches. So that's 12, 24, 36, and 48. So I'm just going to now I'm using suede leather for this. You can use regular round leather if you prefer. And you can just use any kind of cording, really. You could use a satin cord or go back in your package, babe. A satin cord or a chain, whatever works best for you. I'm going to taper this side off like so. We're going to... So, of course, when this folds in half, we're now to 24 inches, goes around your neck, comes through, drops down, and you have about, well, it's not as long as I expected it to be, but it's still pretty long. Have about 6 inches hanging down in the front. So, now you have to decide what you want to do as far as decorative stuff is concerned. Now, I left these two Golem beads out because I was thinking we could put these as our bottom beads. You love the yellow beads? I'm not even sure where I got the yellow beads, to be truthful with you. I unfortunately do not have a ton of them left. So I'm not sure we even need the silver bead. I have to give it some thought here. And then you can do any kind of knot at the bottom you prefer to hold it in place once you decide on your placement. Or you can do something I frequently do, which is take a well, that would switch us to gold, but that's all right. We could go to gold if we wanted to, but here's my silver ones. The silver ones, where'd you go? Well, this is not good. I do not see my silver crimps. We may just have to go to gold because I don't see my silver ones. So, not sure what happened to my big silver crimps. I usually have a whole big bag of them back here. Oops, don't get the yellow bead in there. You want that out. Gold might be better anyway. So like I say, I either tie a knot or I use a crimp cover, because the crimp cover is usually big enough. If you get one of these large ones, I think these are 10s, and it can go over your leather. And then when you crimp it, it's going to hold your beads in place. So it would sit like so. Like I say, you can knot if you prefer. I didn't cut enough wire to knot. Of the leather, because it will make it really short if I do. Of course, we could just get a ring then and do the other style if I decide I want to go with knots. Hey, Brandy. So, but when I talk about a loop, I'm thinking a ring of any style. This one is an oval one. It's bronze, so it's not really matching in color, but I could just make this all whatever color I want to. But then it would slide through here, and you just have you'd have this as your slider, and you could make it then go to any size you wanted it to be. But then you'd only have one big decorative side, because the other side would actually hook on to your ring, like so. And then the ring would be the one side, and your lariat, this side would be the decorative side, and it would slide. So I'm going to do up this one side. decide where I want this to end, which would probably be about right here, and then put my crimp cover down over your leather here. And that didn't go quite straight, but we'll get it straightened as much as we can here. Okay, and as you can see now it holds on pretty tight. Slide these down to it. And then put one on the other side to hold it from slipping all the way up. Or you can let it roll around if you prefer. That crimp cover is determined to be a little wonky. But there we go. So there's our bottom piece. And then we have to make the decision of what we're going to do as we go up. I'm thinking probably just a bead every once in a while with a crimp cover on either side to just add some pretty up your lariat. So it would be like, I don't want to squish this yet because I don't know that I want it where I want things to sit, but see, like, and we just keep going up every few inches and put a yellow and a gold like this. And then do this same thing on the other end when we get to that point. And then it can wrap around. Hey, Tina. That's a good question, Dawn. As far as my knee recovery is concerned, it's I think it seems to be, knock on wood, it seems to be going a little easier this time around as far as the healing is concerned, but I haven't had to take as many pain pills, though I've started regulating them a little bit more lately because I'm getting low and I don't want to, though I will go back tomorrow and she will probably give me a new prescription. So, but I'm finding I have little differences. This one seems a little stiffer, but it doesn't pain me as much as the other one did. So it's just one of those things. Need to get me some more yellow beads out here. Hey, Mary. This one obviously has a smaller hole. Is that right though? Have to decide how much room I want between each of our beads here. We may just do this as a slide style rather than put this guy on here. And when I say that, I mean I would take this guy and he's got to go all the way up and around. So we would have to work him through all the yellow beads. That one's not going to work through, so we got to pull some of them back off so we can get this guy down here. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Come here, you. Now we're going to have to take the yellow beads off so that I can get this slider down here. But I'm thinking we may let it slide about right to right here. So we could just not take this last one off, but so if we put this in, it's going to come down here and it's going to hook right here where this is, and it's going to allow this to move up and down some, but not a lot. And we'll just have the one decorative piece here. So we'll see. We'll see what I decide to do here. So also could use it like this, clamp it down right here, and then this piece is going to come up and around and through still, and put the pretty on the other side, whereas this one then becomes a stationary pretty from hanging down right here, and this one becomes mobile to the degree of how much you want to have it going up and down. So there's a number of ways to make these so that they'll work like this. Now this particular one, if we do it this way, what then happens is that you have another stationary bead in here. this becomes a stationary loop. It isn't allowed to slide around. But you put your pretty one through here, so that you have another pretty dangling, and that's your adjustment one. The sneak peek, I did see that. I think it's going to be very, very pretty. It's pink aventurine. Of course, pink aventurine goes from pinks to oranges, so I can see what you mean by the orange, amounts of orange in it. But I think it's really pretty. But then, and I'm not an orange fan, but I do think it's really pretty, what I have seen. So we're gonna clamp this up right here. Now, as you can see, that was tight enough with just one strand. I'm going to do my best to get both strands in this particular one. Come on, you. Which is going to be a little easier said than done. It's going to be fiddly, but we're going to give it a good college try here. Come here. Oh, would you stop? So now this is holding the ring right here, so that when we decide on our other bits and pieces, we put them all on however we want. And this is where we'll just adjust the length too if we decide we want less, because I did do it this way. But then when we get our other beads on where we want them, then this is going to slide through here. This will be around the neck. And then this is going to have your other pretty down on this end. So you can have your dangles going at two different lengths. You can make it be shorter, or you can make it be longer. But in the meantime, let's get this yellow bead stuck about right in the middle here. And then we'll get some of the other yellow beads going around the sides here. Sounds like my hubby just got home from his PT appointment. Yeah, that's true. It will be nice to see what other people decide as far as the box is concerned, how they decide to put it together. Like I said, am not a big orange fan, but there are those who are. Obviously, Randy is a big orange fan. I think orange is probably her favorite color, but it's not one of my favorites. But I was when I saw the sneak peek, I was liking it. I thought that could be interesting. I'll look forward to seeing what I do with it. Winter is talking to my husband. He's trying to get her to be quiet. Easier said than done. She's insistent on noise. So here's our first little bit that goes down at the bottom of our lariat. And then, like I say, this ring is going to be our next piece as far as where this is going to slide through at. So I'll probably shorten my leather up here so that I don't have all of this here. But I'm just going to feed these all onto here again, and then we will decide where I want to leave them at. Maybe you just need it there to touch it. Yeah. And I suspect I'm going to cut some of this leather off since I did it a little different than my original thought, which was the double up way, since I have decided to use the ring way. And so I probably will be cutting off some of this leather because I don't want it, more than like 24, 28 inches when we're done. So we'll see. But so I'm just going to string these up around here to add some decorative things to the leather. You don't have to once it gets towards your back because it's going to be around the back of your neck. So phosphozitterite. Yeah, that's a wonderful word. I haven't seen it yet. Mine has not came. I'm looking forward to seeing it, but I did see the sneak preview and of the March box, and I thought it looked like it was. I liked the colors. I think it's gonna be an interesting one to work with, to be truthful. So. But there's, as you can see from the upper conversation, there's a lot of folks that don't really care for all the oranges in it. Now, it's going to depend a lot on the pink adventuring, how pink it is, as opposed to as opposed to how the how orange, depending on, because pink adventuring can go from pinks to oranges. So we'll see how much of that orange is coming through as opposed to the pinks in the pink adventuring. So but it did sort of look like a sunrise to me when she was showing the sneak peek. I thought it was quite pretty. But got that one on a little crooked. See if I can straighten it some. See how I got it, let it bite into the leather there? I don't really want it biting in that much because see, then it leaves a hollow right here in this side. May have to see if I can get it off because it doesn't look the best in the world.